everyone, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with a recommendations video for you for my favorite marriage of convenience novels. I have not read too many that I've loved. I've read a couple others that I haven't loved, so they're not on this list, but I have 7 that are so good. There's something about being forced to marry someone, live with them, act like you're married. Someone asked for it in one of my latest videos and I got a ton of likes, so I'm like, if you guys ask for it, I will give it to you. So I have 7 books that have a marriage of convenience in them. The first one is one of my favorites with this trope, and it's super slow burn and it's really good, and that is Marriage for One by Ella Mays. I've talked about this book non-stop this year so far. I love this. It's a chunky book, and it's chunky for a reason because it's super slow burn. It's Jack and Rose, yes, from the Titanic. They reference the fact that they are Jack and Rose, doomed from the start. And they have to get married for a certain reason. I don't want to tell you because it's part of the plot. And they literally have not met before. And so Jack proposes to Rose, why don't we get married? And she has no other option, so she says yes. And that's this book. Jack is very cold and distant. I feel like a lot of the guys in all these books are like that, and she kind of slowly has to break down his walls. I loved it so much. Such a slow burn. So good. You have to read this if you love marriage of convenience novels. The next one, I don't know if you guys know there's a marriage of convenience in this book, and that's Outlander by Gabaldon. Jamie and Claire have to get married, even though like obviously they like fall in love, are and obsessed with each other and love each other across time. They have to get married before Claire even decides to like him. Claire obviously is married in the future and travels back in time, and to protect her from the redcoats, her and Jamie have to get married, and it's so good. So good. Oh my gosh, like that's one of the best moments in this book is when they get married and their wedding night. So yeah, if you want a marriage of convenience, this has it for you. Next, going along that same kind of historical vein, there's a lot more historicals that have marriage of convenience that I haven't read yet, but the one I remember is In Bed with a Highlander by Maya Banks. This one, he's the clan leader and she is being chased down because she is like the heir to some fortune, and so everyone's trying to track her down and force her into marriage with them. And so he saves her life when she's with his nephew, I believe, and they have to get married so that no one can kidnap her and force her to be married, so she'll already be married. And so she marries him, and it's so good. She's such a strong character. I really love that. Very headstrong. Doesn't let the lord of a clan, the laird of the clan, boss her around. So good. I love this book. I've just got all the different genres for you because the next one is The Kiss Thief by L.J. Shen. This one is with a mafia man. I don't know ever what to call people that are in the mafia. Do they have a title? I don't know. But he's also a senator, I believe, and she's basically like sold to him by her parents and she has to marry him. And it's their romance. I believe her father is like in debt or something. It's a little bit fuzzy. I read this like really fast when it came out, and so I remember it really liking it. I gave it 4 to 5 stars. He's a lot older than her, so it's also an age gap romance, and he's definitely the alpha mean man in the beginning, so if you like that, you would like The Kiss Thief. The next one is one with a super sweet hero, and that is Work in Progress by Stacey Hart. This one, he's actually a writer, and our heroine is a book critic, like a book blogger, and she is like really truly blunt when it comes to his books that she reviews, and he meets her at a signing and she has to go to the signing because of like the paper she works for or something, and she has a really bad anxiety, and so he's like, you're the critic, I want your help on my next book so you can point out everything that's wrong before I actually publish it. And then his publisher says, we will only publish with you if you clean up your image, and they have to get married. It's so cute. I love their relationship and how she helps him write. This is definitely a book for readers and writers because I love reading books about writers because I'm a reader, and so this really had that in it for me, and it was so cute. He's adorable. If you want a nice hero, you're gonna want to read this one. Speaking of nice heroes, this one kind of stretches it because like the whole premise is the fact that they want it to be an arranged marriage and she almost marries someone else because she needs the convenience of getting a green card when he's kind of not showing interest, and so that's The Bride Test by Helen Huang. This one, our main character comes from Ho Chi Minh City to basically court our hero. Kai has autism, and so he feels like he can't love anybody. From the beginning it shows the scene where he's like, yeah, I'm just not capable of love, it's fine. And his mother is like, no, you're you're gonna get married and give me some grandchildren, and she goes to Vietnam to find him a mail order bride basically, and brings back Esme to court him and make him fall in love with her so that they get married. And at one point, when Kai's not showing interest, she wants to get married to someone else because she needs a better life for her family and needs them to come to America, and she wants that new second chance at life. And so she needs to make it happen in order to have a good life. And of course there's a romance in it, and of course there's a lot of representation with someone with autism. That's why I love Helen Huang's books, and I'm dying for the third one. It's gonna be so good. But this is really good. It's kind of stretching the limits on Marriage of Convenience because they don't actually like get married when she comes over. It's like she's wants him to marry her for that convenience thing. So it's really good. And the last one I had to include because it's just classic, and that is The Wall of Winnipeg and Me by Marina Zapata. This chunk of a book, over 600 pages, and our main character is the assistant to the football player, and he's called The Wall of Winnipeg because he's from Canada and he's giant, and he's never shown an interest in her. He's kind of like brushes her off and is really not into any relationship with her, like professional wise, and so she finally just ups and quits. She's like, I'm not happy anymore. I want to do something else with my life and with my degree. And then he shows up at her door asking her to marry him because he needs a green card. So it's super cute. I loved it. Super slow burn. We got our football player. He's just like this silent, brooding type, kind of like Jack, kind of not, from Marriage for One. And our main character is the best, hilarious, and she makes him kind of work for it, and she breaks down his walls just like in Marriage for One, and it's super cute and really good, and I love the ending scene. It's just so good. Alright, that was a really quick video, but I only had 7 books to share with you, so those are all of the Marriage of Convenience books that I love. I've also heard that Arranged by R.K. Lilly is really good, The Duchess Deal by Tessa Dare. I read Roomies by Christina Lauren, and I gave that 3 out of 5 stars, but I know a lot of people really do love that one as well, and so I know those are Marriage of Convenience novels. But that's all I have for you. Let me know down below any books you have of this trope that you would recommend. I would love to hear. As always, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. Bye.